it's the Mad Queen. Welcome into the Queen's Lair. I wanted to make this quick video. It's not going to be super long about Masteries specifically. I do get quite a bit of questions over this, and I thought it would be a good idea to just make a quick tips guide for you guys on that, because there is an efficient way to actually use your books to upgrade the masteries on your heroes. First of all, I'm going to show you a hero that I was heavily investing in that I made a mistake on. That's going to be Ciara. Ciara is an excellent hero. She is definitely worth the books, but when you take a look here, you can see I have 2 books here, 4 books here, and 4 books here. My thought process was, I just need to get 15 books, finish her out, and then move on to somebody else. And I think I kind of let my OCD get in the way a bit there and just trying to totally complete somebody and then move on, because that is really how I do try to upgrade most of my heroes. The one thing you want to really aim for is going to be right here, gear. 9 times out of 10, this is all you need. It's going to depend, of course, on the hero and what you're going to get from specific masteries from them. Like William, of course, is going to need the ability upgrade so that you can get his 100% defense down, because that's the only way to unlock it. So with him, you, of course, are going to want to get his books into ability. But with your damage dealers, for the most part, all you really need to do is put 4 books into their gear slot. You may not get lucky. You could have awful luck, of course, and it could be the last one you get to. That was not the case for me. I did just keep going. I have stopped doing that. Since then, it has been a couple of months, I would say now. And I've been working on not only my legendaries doing their masteries into gear, but also on my epic heroes as well. You can get a pretty good bonus. I mean, a really good bonus from getting the gear done, because when we take a look at this, fixed stat up 1, 15% increase in main stats for your gear. So your weapon, so you're going to get an extra 15% attack, your head and your chest, so 15% extra health, extra defense. You're going to get random stat up 1, 10% increase in main stat for your gear, feet, neck, hands. You're going to get fixed stat up for 30% on your weapon, head, chest, and then a random stat up 20% increase in your main stat for your gear. This can be extremely helpful. I don't want you to take this and think, oh, I should do this on all my heroes. Of course, once you get to the point where you have quite a few resources and quite a few books that you can feed into heroes, go for it by all means. I decided personally to go ahead and, as far as the epic heroes I chose, are the ones I use on the guild boss, because I would like to get more damage on my guild boss. I can pretty much compete in every place within the game, or complete it for the most part. So I really wanted to try to do better on the guild boss, because it is actually pretty important now to do the guild boss and farm it well, because in the update they did, I think it was about a month ago, I made a video over it, I can't remember exactly. They changed the rewards that you're able to get from the guild boss. If you haven't noticed, you can get limited summons pieces, or the Stardust, from doing the guild boss. You can also farm for legendary books. And if I think it's over 3 million. If you're doing more than 3 million, it might be a little less than that. I can't remember exactly, because I've been doing quite a bit more than that for some time now. Then you're going to be able to farm pages to make legendary books. And honestly, if you're doing it every single day, you should be really close to being able to make one of those books every single month. And of course, if you're also doing your Sky Arena, then there really isn't a reason why you shouldn't be making one book every month. And I know that can sound like not a big deal, but if you're a free-to-play player, you're not spending a bunch of money on your account, or you can't or you don't, then that's a really good option for you. Also, they have started adding in epic books to every single Dragon Cup rally and event. This was actually a suggestion from another content creator. Actually, I think it was Real Twitchy. If you don't know him, he typically streams. He does sometimes put out YouTube content, but most of the time he does stream. He was saying that, for this to be such a rare item, and because a lot of us have complained that it's too many points, it takes too many points, too much energy, too much resources to get to the end to complete this, and the rewards you were getting for completing it were not worth it because they weren't good. So he suggested, hey, put an epic book in every single one of these events. Why not? There are so many heroes in the game. Even if you're completing every single Dragon Cup event and every rally, it's still going to take you a very, very, very long time to max out all of the epics in the game. So I'm glad that they are not being quite as stingy with this, and they're moving towards letting us get more of these. And then the legendary books are still much harder to get. Typically, you do have to buy the extra side, whatever it's called. I call it the premium side. I don't know. But you can see there's a legendary book here. You can actually unlock a couple of these, at least one a month, typically, for just doing your dailies every day. And that means you can get another legendary book for free just for logging into the game. So when you add that up, now we're at 2 legendary books instead of 1. Plus, whenever you do unlock it, if it has this dice, you have a pretty good chance of also pulling a legendary book with this dice as well. That's also something else to think about. The rewards you get from here can be very good. There's only one in there that I would not be happy about getting, and that is, this right here. The 50 Stardust, because this is a very, very, very rare item. It's a very rare item, very rare resource to get. And I personally don't think that 50, which is 1 pull, is equal to half of a legendary book. I will say that now that I'm looking at this, I think that they have upped this. Before, it was not 50. It was only like 20 or 30 or something like that. So it's nice to see that they have changed the amount here as well. Just make sure that you're choosing heroes that are going to help you. If I was really struggling in dungeon content or in a specific dungeon, I would choose to go ahead and level up or use my books in a hero that's going to help me progress in that dungeon specifically. So that's something you want to think about. I'm not saying you should focus in on using your resources solely for the guild boss. I'm 100% not saying that, but it makes sense for me and where I'm at in the game because I am in the late to end game. So beyond completing dungeons, I just want to get a lot of damage on the guild boss. And it's fun as well because it's a little competition between me and the people in my guild. So it makes things fun. If you guys have any questions or additional comments, let me know below. I would love to continue this conversation there. Also, if you are a new player or an experienced player, join my growing Discord community. It's an excellent place for beginners to ask for advice and for experienced players to also give advice. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.